Yesterday, Canada's Minister of Finance, Chrystia Freeland, announced some measures for first-time homebuyers that will be included in the 2024 federal budget. Today, I wanted to go over some of the main points, actually four main points. And once I upload this live, I will also include the link to the official press release from Chrystia Freeland. So what are the four main points? Number one, there's been an increase in the home buyers plan limit from 35,000 to 60,000, and that starts April 16th, 2024, the day that the 2024 federal budget will be officially released. The home buyers plan can be used in conjunction with the first home savings account, which was launched last year. And for those who don't know how the home buyers plan works, basically starting April the 16th, you'll be allowed to withdraw up to $60,000 from your RRSP as a first-time home buyer. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to use it towards your down payment. The eligibility is that you need to be considered a first-time home buyer who is purchasing a property. For me, this is excellent news. A couple of things you have to make sure is that number one, you actually have the contribution room in the RRSP. And number two, it is a loan. It's an interest-free loan to yourself. So you do need to pay it back. Number two, the government will allow 30-year mortgage amortizations for first-time homebuyers purchasing newly built homes, including insured mortgages. So right now, 30-year mortgages are offered to those who have conventional mortgages. A conventional mortgage is one where a buyer puts down at least 20% down payments. So starting August 1st, 2024, if you are a first-time home buyer and you're putting less than 20% down and you're purchasing a newly built home, you'll be allowed to have the option of a 30-year amortization period. What that does, yes, it's true, it'll take you longer to pay off for your home, but at least your payments will be lower, therefore having more cash flow in your pockets. I am a huge fan, actually, of the 40-year mortgage, which existed back in the day. So I'm really happy about this news, except I don't like the strings attached to it. I'm not sure if I agree that this should apply to only newly built homes. I think it should be open to all qualifying insured mortgages, but that's just me. I think the problem right now is that home buying is just unattainable for a lot of Canadians for many, many different reasons, good, bad, maybe it's self-inflicted. But if you want more people to come into the housing market, we need to find a way to decrease the monthly payments. That's what the issue is right now. So yes, on the one hand, I'm happy that they're introducing the 30-year mortgage, but I don't like how it's only for newly built homes. I'm happy that it's eligible for insured mortgages. We'll see what happens next. Number three, there are enhancements to the Canadian Mortgage Charter, and it will allow permanent amortization relief to eligible home owners. So currently, there are temporary relief measures when it comes to the amortization periods for current homeowners. That the announcement is a little vague, and even in the press release, it's a little vague. So I'm sure there will be more news to come as to who will be qualified for a permanent amortization relief. Basically, what that means is allowing current homeowners, to extend their amortization periods on a permanent level. Again, the details were a little vague. It is the federal government and their announcements, so we'll wait and see what happens. Lastly, Canadians who withdraw or already withdrew from their home buyers plan between, listen carefully, January 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2025, your repayment grace period is going to be extended by 3 years. So normally when you participate in the home buyers plan, there's a relief period of about 2 years, depending on when you purchase it. Now you'll have a 5-year grace period in total. So if you purchased a home between January 1st, 2022 until now, and you did participate in the home buyers plan, your grace period has been extended by 3 years. So you haven't started to pay back your RRSP yet. It'll be extended by another 3 years. So this is good news. Look, it's a Band-Aid. It helps during these, we're still in high inflation, but all these measures, like I said, they're great. It doesn't address the real issue. The real issue in personal finances and in the economy is not really mortgages. What it is consumer debt. So we'll see what's announced in the federal budget in terms of consumer debt. As we know, where we have high debt ratios from credit cards, unsecured lines of credit. Especially with the credit cards, that's where the interest rates are extremely high, and that's where people are suffering. So I don't know, maybe it's wishful thinking. Maybe we should think about lowering interest rates temporarily on credit cards. That will provide actual relief to the average Canadian, because it's something that most of us can relate to. Yes, it's true. If we do start lowering interest rates on credit cards, that decreases the profits for credit card companies. That'll affect shareholder price. At the end of the day, I'm not an economist. I'm just talking about what I hear from clients, what I hear from friends and family. This is where the issue is. The issue is the consumer debt. It's not mortgages. When it comes to mortgages, people will do everything they can to keep their home. Everything. So even times right now where people are renewing their mortgage and some people are paying close to double in terms of their interest rate, they're not just going to sell their home. They're not going to default on their mortgage. They will take on a second job. They'll take on a third job. They'll start a side hustle. They'll stop eating out so much. They'll sacrifice the vacation or the 2 vacations. They'll do what they can to keep their home, because for everybody, your personal, your primary residence, that's your baby. You don't want to move, so you'll do everything you can to keep it. The problem is with all the other debts that we have. If you have a Bay credit card, a Canadian Tire credit card, the interest rate is 29%. If you really want to help Canadians, let's decrease the interest rates on these cards. Maybe not permanently, but on a temporary basis. That's what Canadians need. So yes, I'm happy about these mortgage announcements, but it doesn't address the big picture issues. And that's my take on it. As far as the RRSPs, and if you're a first-time home buyer and you need more information for your own personal situation, I put my email in the comments. Please reach out to me. Home buying is possible, but we need to take a look at the numbers and we need to take a strategy. I have a webinar coming up, or Zoom coming up actually, in my Women and Money Montreal group in not next week, but the week after on Tuesday. And the topic is down payment strategies. And I'm going to be talking about some outside of the box thinking strategies to come up with a down payment, including an RRSP loan. So if this is something that interests you and you are not part of the Women and Money Montreal group yet, please join. Otherwise, I will upload the video recap onto our YouTube channel. But it's interesting times right now. Home ownership is not out of reach. You just need to crunch the numbers and come up with a plan. Take advantage of the programs that are there and see what we could do. So feel free to reach out. I hope this was informative.